Hello and welcome to MCC Second Season TV International Show. My name is Jan David and I'm the Business Department Coordinator at MCC, and I also teach economics and statistics. And I'm also the host for this show. Today's show is going to be a little bit different than previous shows because in the previous times we hosted students from different countries, our MCC students from different countries. Today's show, my guest going to be a little bit different than previous shows. She's not a student at MCC, but she is visiting MCC right now from Amman, Jordan. Her name is Sarab Atiyat, and she is the International Education Director from Al-Quds College in Amman, Jordan. So with that, I would like to welcome Sarab to the show. Welcome, Sarab.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm doing well.
It's good to have you here with us.
It's very nice to be here.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to ask you to introduce yourself to our audience, please.
Sure. My name is Sarab Atiyat. I'm the International Education Director for Al-Quds College. My purpose here, we are working in collaboration with the college, Eastern Iowa, on a CCID project on building entrepreneurship curriculum. And my role here is a liaison from the college to bridge this gap in Amman at the moment, and to bring some expertise from the USA, from this college in particular, on building entrepreneurship curriculum in Amman, probably in the capacity of a diploma.
Well, that's good. It's good to know that, and it's good to share that with our audience and also learn more, especially Muscatine citizens, learn more about what we are doing here as a college, also on the international level. Okay, so can you tell us more about that project, Sarab? How did you get involved with that project? For example, do you have any kind of goals or outcomes that you look to achieve through that project?
Yes, definitely. In particular, this project is it's really important and vital for the growth in Amman, particularly, because we are struggling with. There is a gap with the entrepreneurs in Jordan not really understanding. They have the idea. They're doing really well in the disciplines they have studied, but they don't know how to implement it in a business. And we are struggling as well, we have different agencies set up in Jordan and incubators, if you may say, business incubators in small pockets of Jordan that are running successfully, but we need something more at a larger scheme. And so last year, the dean of the college was Dr. Mustafa Al-Adwan, and he had approached me and asked me, what do you think? There is this CCID initiation. It would be really good if Al-Quds College can be profiled at an international level. And I agreed with him, and we applied to be members of this organization, this international community college organization, and we were chosen. And so from this project had come up with Eastern Iowa to come and to liaison with Eastern Iowa, and as well faculty from here will be coming to Amman next year, and we will start to really flesh out the curriculum and implement it successfully in Amman. And this is really where we're at today. Today I've been here for about a week in this amazing place. I visited Kelowna today and some amazing business owners, and just asking them, you know, how did you start? We're just trying to get some rich data, and to get rich data, you really need to go to the people. And so we did that. And I did not see much differences in the struggles that entrepreneurs are facing or have faced in Kelowna, in this small, nice town, and in Amman, Jordan on a larger scale. The struggles are similar. And this is something that we need to consider while we're developing this curriculum, is the challenges that they face, and our role is how do we overcome them.
Okay, and Sarab, if I may just ask you a question here, or quick question here. When we talk about the challenges, I mean, are we talking about financial challenges? Are we talking about some some type of soft skill challenges
Right.
or some managerial challenges? I mean, can we talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. I would say one of the major challenges that I have seen from my research in Amman before coming, and correlating it with what I have heard today from Kelowna in particular, would be the seed funding, the seed funding or the angel investors. And this is a pot of money that either investors would have with your idea as an entrepreneur, or seed money that you can get from specific funders. And this is one of the major struggles: is I have an idea, I want to implement it, but I don't have the money to implement it. So this is where I'm finding the struggles on both sides, from the eastern and the western side. And the second, I would say, would be the know-how, which is what we're trying to do. This is the gap that we're trying to fill. Is, I don't understand how to do a business plan. I don't know what's a financial proposal. How do I manage employees? What do I really need to know? So what we're trying to do is, there are so many programs in Amman at the moment, and they're running well, but they're really on the long term, the 1 year. It's the 1 year. We're trying to say, let's see, what about the business owner? Like today, we were out at in Kelowna at this place that did antiques and rugs. Really nice. I couldn't believe it how well managed this place is. But asking her, the owner, what were your struggles? And one of them particularly was, I wish I knew how to do a business plan. Even today, she even said, if there was even a short course, I don't want to go to a community college and do a full diploma, even if the college could offer executive seminars, something on that route, where even in Jordan, this was a concern that I heard from business owners. I'm already in it, I'm successful, but how can I be better? Mm-hmm. So we're looking at, we're already catering, I guess you could say, a population, which is, these are the people that have the idea. How can we incubate this idea? Now we want to say, okay, I'm a business owner, I just want to know how I can do it better. And we can always do things better. Yes. Right? Yeah. And yes, so sure. This is again, I feel that while working on this project, that we can do a diploma or a course-based, but from that we can take building blocks, and we could actually give executive seminars, short courses. Mm-hmm.
So we are looking more into, that means like, I think, tying the theory to the practical aspect of establishing and running successfully, of course, a small business. And that's really a great idea. And I agree with you, really. I mean, like, whether you are a small business owner in the United States or back in Amman, Jordan, I'm sure, they share similarities also in terms of, the difficulty, especially during, tough economic times. I mean, they share similarities in order to keep their business running, in order to continue to find other sources to finance that kind of business. And it's really great to hear that. As we continue to talk about this project in particular, sometime soon, we're going to start seeing some pictures on the screen about your college in Amman, Jordan, and about also Amman as a city in the Middle East. But before even we move into that, I want to ask you a quick question here. I know, Sarab, that you are Canadian, but from a Jordanian heritage. Yes. And talking to you before, you said to me that suddenly you decided, like a couple of years ago, you decided to pack your stuff and move back to Amman, Jordan. Yes. Well, my question to you is, why Amman? Why not, for example, Dubai in United Arab Emirates or somewhere else? Why Amman, please?
Well, for many reasons, I wanted to go to Amman. One of them in particular, again, my family, my extended family being there. I wanted to be closer to them. And as well, I felt I just attained my master's in education, and I thought, you know, I love the country. The country is so dynamic, and it's and especially in the education front, and they want to learn, and they're open to building capacity and to diverse ideas. And me coming from the West, I thought, well, let's try this out. And I quickly gained employment when I arrived in Amman. I wasn't really worried about gaining employment. What I was really worried about is how will my ideas be received coming from the West and moving to the East. And I surprisingly found out there was not much difference going to Amman. I feel that I'm at home, and I can say Jordan is my home and Canada is my home. I really didn't feel that divide at all, and I am moving. I'm making changes in Jordan, and it is welcomed, and that makes me feel proud that I can be educated in Canada and come back to my mother and father's homeland and add value.
And I'm glad to hear that, and I'm not quite sure how many people from Muscatine area visited Amman, Jordan before. I know few people visited Amman, Jordan, and as a matter of fact, you will be meeting some of them over dinner tonight, as a matter of fact, and you can talk to them about Amman too. But you know, when I look at myself visiting Amman, Jordan, for me, Amman, Jordan is like the Western capital of the Middle East. I mean, because, you know, I mean, you can be out 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, you want to go and eat McDonald's, you can find that easily. You want Subway, you can find that easily. So they do have everything, really. All this fast food chain, restaurants and so on, I mean, it's there. And you really don't feel like you are in a place that is, I will say, a strange place, for example, in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, and I really enjoyed my time visiting Amman different times, and then I see that kind of improvement every time I visit Amman. I mean, last time I visited Amman, it was this past summer. The one before that, it was 3 years ago. And I noticed a huge difference between my visit 3 years ago and now.
Yeah.
And those, you know, those are very, very, you know, unique things and unique experience for anybody who visits the country there. So as we continue with talking about this, soon, as I said, like at some point, our director will start, and I see now on the screen. Thank you, Chad. I see it now, like the first picture here. So we'll start asking you questions, and if you can go through each picture and give us an idea about what we are looking at and what we see.
Well, this is the flag of Jordan.
Okay, and you see it mainly all over. It's the national flag.
It's the national flag, yeah, of Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
This is Al-Quds College. This is our logo, and this is the college that I work at in Amman, Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah, this would be one of the labs. I think that this would. I think this is animation class in Al-Quds, or maybe graphic design. So this is how one of our labs would look like in our college.